Hello, welcome back to another episode of The Assembly Line. Today is September 16th, and we finally swept a football weekend. Like it's not just the second week, but all three of our teams won. All three,
Teams.
2.5 dominated. Michigan and the Lions Michigan really dominated. The Lions dominated. People will think Michigan State didn't dominate, but
there's still questions to be answered.
Yeah, there's more to it than just the score and things. But we swept the weekend. We're recording this at 5:45 here Sunday, so immediate reaction to the Lions. So as tradition, but we've only had one Lions week so far. So, but I guess it's a tradition because it's one Lions game, the second Lions game. Raw reaction. We'll start with them. The Lions put a whooping on the Bears, 52-21. It was 7-7 right out the gate. Then we punted. I'm thinking, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Here we go again.
Yep, I don't know, Jim. Our defense got to step up, and they did. They forced a punt, then we scored, then we forced the fumble. Jared Goff had as many incompletions as he did touchdowns. 23 for 28, 5 touchdowns.
It seemed like he was
334 yards. What were you gonna say?
Goff seemed off, like in the first.
He had one bad throw.
Very underthrown ball in the second quarter, I think. Or no, second drive. Second drive.
Yeah. There was some things where I'm just like, oh man, kind of seems off. And the missed field goal drive too. There was a couple misses there. He was just a little more off than I'm used to him being. Like, yeah, I know he had 5 incompletions. I want to say he probably ended with like 1 or 0 incompletions in like the second half.
Yeah, I don't have those exact
but
stats.
It just seemed like he was off at first. Like just on some of those third down plays. I was like, oh, he might be
sometimes
off.
I wouldn't say he's off. I think that's sometimes Goff. Like sometimes, like there was one over the middle.
He found it though. Like he started off a little ball.
Yeah, but I feel like you kind of get that with Goff. You'll have a stretch or drive or two where you won't really have it, and then he finds it again or whatever. But anyways, you're nitpicking because he had 5 incompletions, he had 5 touchdowns, 334 yards.
I know when you said that, I was decent. Like, what? He only had 5 incompletions because it must have went on a roll in the second half.
Jahmyr Gibbs had 94 yards rushing. Monty had 57. Amon-Ra had 115 yards receiving. Jameson had 108. So just like an all-around game. I remember it was 38-14 or whatever it was, and must have been 38-14. At that point, there was 5 touchdowns to 5 different people.
Wow.
Yeah, Gibbs and Montgomery had runs rushing, and then he threw one to Amon-Ra, Brock Wright, and Jameson. And then the last 2 he found Amon-Ra for. So, offensively, it looked great. You're typically not going to score every drive. So, they had a couple bumps where
and they put up a 50 burger. Of course,
yeah, I know. I'm just saying, the second drive they didn't score. Then you had the field goal drive that you were complaining about. It's a 55 yarder. It's much rather him miss that than like a 40 yarder. I mean, it was a bad possession, but 55 is not like a guarantee. It's a lot more common these days, but.
What did I say?
You said.
Really, we're missing field goals now?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because that's because Michigan's kicker, Zavada, supposed to be money.
What does that have to do with the Lions?
And then Jake Bates supposed to be money.
Well, yeah, money. And, he's 55 yards out.
Each one has missed a field goal every game this year. It's just like, oh damn, like now
why? All right, well, you can keep your Michigan stuff to Michigan. We don't need bad juju on Michigan or on the Lions. I mean, I'm not that. I mean, yeah, the only thing I was upset was that we were outplaying them at that point, and we were tied, or we were like tied with them, or maybe at that point we were up 7, but it just felt like we were letting them hang around, and then
55 is like the new 50, though.
I know he should make that, and chances are he does. I mean, like percentage wise, he makes that. I'm just saying, like, kicker is not going to go perfect, especially if you're.
I'm not saying kicking. Yeah, I know.
I mean, you said we're really missing kick downs.
Yeah, last year he didn't miss a kick until week like 15. Okay. 16, and he's still missed one in 2 games. One was like a 30-some yard field goal, and now we got a 55-yarder. I'm just saying, I don't want to get in a habit where we're missing a field goal a game because we might need that.
If he misses a field goal a game, I don't think he'll be around for long. If we're getting 7 games into the season, he's missed 7 field goals. I don't think he'll be around.
You're missing the point, dude.
Well, Kyle, I know. Yeah, obviously we don't want freaking people missing field goals. But you're making it sound like he missed a 30-yard field goal for the second straight week. It was a 55-yarder.
Not making it sound like he's hit, like, no matter how, like, what degree of difficulty it is anyways. I'm just saying we're missing him.
Yeah, obviously we don't want that.
Oh, shit. That's what I'm saying. I don't want it. I don't want to be missing field goals now.
But you're also acting like he's got to make every kick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Not every kick, but last year he made every kick, so I expect, similarities.
He didn't make every kick. He missed some.
Yeah, I know. Not until, like, week 15, though.
Well, it's a new season, new team.
Just want him to play up to his skill level, that's all.
All right. So we got complaints about Jared Goff throwing 5 incompletions. It was many completions of touchdowns. We got complaints about missing field goals. What else you got?
All I said is he seemed off in the first like quarter and a half. That's all I said. He seemed off, and then he turned it on.
This is supposed to be a good one. You got to ruin it with your field goal takes and your Jared Goff's off stuff. Yeah.
Not at all. You're just blowing it out of proportion and like elaborating on everything. So then I have to defend why I felt that way.
I mean, you started off with, oh my God, Jared Goff looked off. I can't believe he only had 5 interceptions or 5 incompletions.
5 incomplete. Yeah, it just seemed like he would have had more.
Yeah, I'm
just saying, based on how I was watching, how I felt like you get done. I didn't look at the stats or anything. I was like, oh wow, he only had 5. Like, seemed like he had a little bit more. That's all I'm saying.
I think we might need to reevaluate your eyes or something. The dude had 334 yards and 5 touchdowns, and you're like, he was off for a quarter.
Dude, all right, go to it.
Like, who cares if he was off for a quarter?
I'm not saying I care. I'm not saying that I care. I'm just saying I can't believe, like, the way it started, how he killed. I was shocked that he only ended up with 5 incompletions. The way it started, because he was a little off on like some timing, and some of the throws were just a touch off, even on some of the completions. Amon-Ra, or who somebody had to like bend down and like try and get it off the ground and stuff. So like I'm just saying it was just off just a little bit. The diving one was, yeah. But I'm just saying it just seemed like there was a little off. Like it wasn't his crisp normal self that I'm used to seeing. But then in quarter number 2, 3, and 4, he was unbelievable. And you just wouldn't think that in 3 quarters of ball that you have like 1 or 2 incompletions. You would think you would have more. That's all I'm saying. The way he just started off, looked a little off. I was just surprised that he only had 5. That's great. It's phenomenal.
He had 105.
He played great too.
105 yards in the first quarter. 2 incompletions.
Ben, you don't get it though. He looked off. He looked off. He had 2 incompletions in a quarter. All right. Anyways,
it just was not normal incompletions.
That's just wrong, Kyle. Kyle, Jared Goff has these incompletions every game. He has bad throws.
The game that he didn't have an incompletion.
There's almost every game he has bad throws. I'm just saying.
And I'm telling you, the feeling I got in the first quarter, I'm like, wow, he looks a little off. He'll turn it on.
Okay.
Like, that's all it was.
Okay. It's just
you're making it seem like I'm like hating the guy.
Well, and Kyle, we start out we're talking positive and everything, and you're like, oh my God, he looked off. I can't believe he had only 5 incompletions.
Oh my God! Again, you're focused on the negative there.
Okay.
There's a positive sentiment to that.
Okay.
And you're just like hammering home on the negative,
because why? It was a very stupid comment. That's why. Like, I just can't believe you thought he played. Like, the first thing about that game to me was about how Jared Goff played very well. He had 334 yards, 5 touchdowns, made a ton of good throws. I thought he played phenomenal. And then your first comment was, I thought he was off in the beginning. Like, it's just crazy to me. I mean, there's things that I saw too that I thought they could be better on, but they scored 52 points and we're here talking about it, how he looked off. It just seems backwards.
Both can be true.
What's both?
That he played phenomenal. And then he may have been a little off in the beginning.
And I'm saying that we should have talked about how he was phenomenal instead of jumping in and making comments about how he was off. Like we just won the game, scored 52 points.
Yeah, and I was just making conversation.
Well,
my observation
also poorly timed because I was going through like all the stats, but anyways, I don't even know how we get back on track because now I'm just irritated. Ben, what do you got?
I mean, yeah, offense looked really good. It just goes to show you what a well-played game from your O-line can do. You give Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery some holes, pass pro. You can allow Jared Goff to, even if he was a little bit off to begin the game, still throw for 334 yards, 5 TDs. Like, you give sacks. Jared time, he'll find those open receivers and just eat you up. And that's what we saw, I think, today. He had some deep balls. One to J-Mo. That was a beautifully thrown ball, I thought. And yeah, that was just a great offensive showing. I thought it wasn't like completely like deep in the like Ben Johnson plays, but it was more than what we saw against the Packers, I think, play calling wise. Would you agree with that?
Well, I mean, I think it just started.
I think it was just play action
reversed.
Well, number one, the Packers are a better defense, but I think you're right. I think it's better execution, but also the offensive line, I think, just also played better. And they were giving us we were able to run the ball, so we were able to hit play actions and stuff like that. Because there was a lot of those plays where you hit someone in the flat or something and they'd run. So I think that's the biggest stat to me is that there wasn't any sacks.
Yes.
No. Oh, yeah, because it got called back.
Yeah.
There was one, but there was illegal contact.
That was big.
I think that led to a touchdown.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah. Yep.
That's another thing, too. Like, I think the Lions didn't have as many undisciplined penalties today. They didn't have a lot. Didn't seem like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Won the turnover battle. Kirby with a nice pick.
We had 3 penalties. Yep. 3 accepted penalties. Yeah, Kirby had a nice pick.
Yep.
Getting home.
I mean,
a couple times is nice, especially against like Caleb Williams because he can dance and move
Yep.
and everything.
Hutch looked better.
Even just putting a little bit more pressure on him.
The-
With that one pick,
Staying on the offensive
just threw it
side
out
quick,
there.
what did you guys think about our running game?
I mean, I thought it looked
Inside, it's hard to run inside,
Yeah.
outside zone, outside stretch plays that we have better success on.
Yeah, I was a little not disappointed, but I'm still a little worried about the inside runs because every
We did
once
get
in a
good
while,
pushes though.
every once in a while
from the
they'd break
goal
one
line.
for like 8-9 yards, but there was, I know you're gonna get it, but there was a handful where they just get stuffed at the line or even lose a yard. What about Amon-Ra? Amon-Ra had 2 runs, lined up
Yeah,
in
that
the
was
backfield.
that was funky to me.
Yeah, Jameer. I know.
He's a good run. He's a good runner with the
Yeah.
ball in his hands. I think he can. I think he can do that.
What's weird though is he likes to avoid
Debo
contact.
Samuel-esque.
He likes to avoid contact when he's running after he catches the ball. Like a lot of times,
Yeah.
he'll be the guy that just falls down. He does that. He'll fall
He'll run
down.
out of bounds.
I know he will. He'll pick and choose when he wants the contact.
I know, but it's just funny that he does that. Then you
Like if he's
ask him to
just-
run
yeah.
straight up a hole.
I think
Right.
it's also different. You have more momentum because like if you're catching
Yeah.
the ball and like you don't know where the hits or where you're gonna go, you kind of just
I know it's still a funny visual
fall
though.
down. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think he's probably one of the best at avoiding big hits, and I think that's I think that's very valuable.
Yep. But yeah. So they obviously lost. What's his name? Johnson. Or who's that cornerback that went out? Yeah, Jalen Johnson.
Oh, Jalen Johnson. I
Which
thought
is
you were
a
talking about the Tigers or
No.
the Lions.
Which is a big loss for them. In the in the secondary, but
Yep.
Their defense, it's not great. Like the Bears aren't a great team, but at the same time, they're also not like a terrible team. Like especially from last year, like they revamped their offensive line. They have a couple they did have some defensive players out, but as a whole, like they have some dudes on defense. Montez Sweat's a pretty good player.
Core.
They have a good receiving core, decent running backs and everything. So it's a decent team and decent defense. But so I think it's a huge win for the offense to go out and score 52 points. Then on the flip side, Kyle, what'd you think?
One other thing.
What'd you think? What?
I like Isaac Tesla getting that catch and going out of bounds was huge.
Yeah.
He didn't go out of bounds though.
Yeah, he didn't go out of
Yeah,
bounds.
he did.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. They had a 10-second runoff because they reviewed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they added time back on the clock.
No, because he
was down at 16
out of
and they reviewed it.
Yes.
And
He
then
went out
they
of
took 10
bounds
seconds off
at
to 6
16, but he wasn't out, so they did a 10-second runoff. So it went down to 6.
Oh, see, I didn't have the volume on. So what I thought happened was that the time ran out. Lions didn't get the spike off soon enough. So then they reviewed it, saw that he caught it, and then his butt landed inbounds, but he went out of bounds without being touched. And then they put it to 16 seconds. And then because Detroit was out of timeouts and they stopped it and reviewed it, they did the 10-second runoff.
Oh, no. If they stop it and review it and he's out of bounds, it goes back to the 16.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah.
what had happened was that what was I going to say? Oh, I think it was the side judge waived.
Yeah,
out
I
of
saw
bounds,
that.
But the clock operator kept the clock running, which is why
There was
there was a ref
confusion.
on the ball.
Yeah.
And that the time ran out.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't have that sound on, so
Okay,
I'm surprised that we passed it there, but yeah, it was a big turning point.
Yeah.
Went up 2 scores.
Yep.
Or 2 touchdowns
He's got
going
2
into half.
catches.
We
Catches
yeah,
on the year, both of them. He's used one hand in both of them.
Yeah.
and both were
Both
one
are
was for a
pretty sick.
touchdown, the other one was
Yeah.
2 sideline
It led
catches.
to a touchdown.
Switching over to defense, though, what do we in Chicago's offense? Kyle, would you notice?
Why would our starter? Well, they played phenomenal. They kept Caleb Williams in check for the most part. I don't know if they were doing a lot of disguising or something, but Caleb was lot of check down Charlie a little bit. Seemed like
I think that
pretty
might be what
quickly,
he
pretty
is.
quickly.
That's what he was doing
I
against the
know it was
Vikings
pretty.
too.
That was pretty early, so I don't mind it. Um, DeAndre Swift ran a little bit better than I wanted him to, but
Yeah,
oh shit! What they give up? They gave up what? 14 points?
21.
21 points.
21.
3 touchdowns. Like phenomenal game.
I think phenomenal is a stretch, but they played well.
Forced won the turnover battle.
Yeah, they made some plays when they needed to, like on third and fourth down.
Had a few sacks, made some plays. Didn't commit a lot of like penalties down the field. The one touchdown, like it almost looked like they were in cover 3 with like 2 hook to curls with the linebackers, and like it was just with no weak strong side corner. Because he could be coming in blitzing, and then you just run a little drag route, and it's like, oh, that's just.
No, I think it was miscommunication.
Worse. Yeah, miscommunication or just like worst play. If they really were in that, and like Jack Campbell was supposed to be in his zone in the middle of the field, when they got a guy blitzing over in the boundary, and like then that corner or safety that's got that middle third, or that not middle third, but that third of the field. It was just a numbers game. There was three receivers.
He let him run right. He let him run right across
Yeah, I know.
It's
that's
either
what I'm
A,
saying.
he's supposed to get him, or B, he thinks that someone else is supposed to be there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think
if they weren't in that was.
I don't. Even if they were, like, he like it was some sort of miscommunication because if he either was supposed to get him and he didn't. For some reason, he didn't.
I don't think he's key. He's not covering him anyways, unless he bumps him off the route.
No, he's probably not. But I'm just saying he's probably But if you see a guy go there and you know your safety is going to rotate or whatever, like, then you would probably follow.
Yeah, no,
him.
he's obvious. He regardless if he tries to run with Odunze or not, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, unless the safety is supposed to, or the corner is supposed to do something.
And when Jack turned his head to see that drag route coming in. I don't know. Either way, I think they played really well.
Yeah, the run defense could definitely be a little bit better, but they pressured Caleb a couple times even without getting to him. Forced that one interception that he did throw. Well, he had like 3, but we only got 1. Yeah, I mean Hutch finally got to the quarterback. Davenport, of course, did, and then he gets hurt. So that's cool. Haven't heard.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys heard any
shoulder.
Update.
I don't know. I just know it's a shoulder. I don't know.
We'll probably know more.
Davenport, I don't know. Brian Branch said his was cramps.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't know why the starters were in that late in the game, especially when the Bears brought in their backup.
Yeah.
Let's get one more stop.
Back to the rushing. We were giving up 5 yards a carry. On average, which is a lot in the NFL.
Average, I think, is like 3.
Yeah, 3 is good for both teams.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you're rushing 3 yards a carry, that's good. If you're giving up 3, that's fine.
If I'm being honest, I think that talks about how the Bears' offense isn't. If Caleb was just a little bit better, I feel like they'd be really good. Because they have the receivers. Colston Loveland wasn't even targeted until Tyson Bagent came in. That's a top 15 draft pick or whatever, and they just didn't even use him. Cole Kmet, he only had 2 catches, so like it just they have the offense, I think. So like I'm not like overly. I don't think our defense is going to be good like it was at the beginning of last year, but I'm not super concerned yet, but the panic meter on the defense is out. I'm just not ready to hit it quite yet.
On the defense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a chance this defense isn't good.
They had, when you put up 52 points, that means you're giving the ball back to the other team quite a bit. So the Bears had 12 offensive possessions, and they only scored on 3 of them.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And we also had
stopped them on downs twice.
It was a 25% scoring
Mhm.
rate, I guess. And then you also throw in 2 turnovers with forced fumble and an interception.
And two turnover on downs.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, there's definitely, positives, but when you look at it, you're like, man, we should not have allowed 21 points to this team. But when they
I
get
don't
the
look
ball
at it
12
that way.
times, I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying that there's people out there that do.
The Bears might go like, I think they're gonna be better than this, but it'd be funny if they went like
7-10.
4-13, but they score on the first possession every time because they're just because Caleb
So
knows what he's
scripted.
going, so knows what's happening, so he just is like amazing. 'Cause, I mean, he did look pretty good in the first
First drive.
drive, and we had some couple, I feel like, mental or lapses and things, but he didn't look bad. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good game.
We
We
might
needed
be
it.
the team that gives up a touchdown every first opening drive.
Yeah.
Also true. I don't know if you guys watched the Florida LSU game, but there was a pass where DJ Lagway was like kind of in trouble and he just tries throwing it out of bounds, and it was short. So, or like he didn't throw it hard enough, so it's still in play, and they picked it off. That's exactly what Caleb Williams did.
Well, the
Yeah,
announcer
Kirby's
thought he was
interception.
trying to hit that
Oh, really?
receiver. Yeah.
I thought he was trying to throw it away.
He might have been. I mean, that's just what the announcer
Either way,
said.
it's a bad throw.
Yeah. Stupid throw.
But yeah, with this game, that puts the Lions first in the division in points for at 65.
Cool.
How about that?
We're still 1-1.
Yeah, but it shows our offense can score.
I mean, it's 2 weeks, Ben. We played come on. No, you think that's like a cool stat, but it's just
Not really.
I'm just gonna start bringing up the most useless stats ever.
All right, go for it. Then all three of us will.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. Just saying.
What else you got?
I don't have anything else. What else you guys got?
I love it when the Lions score because I feel like with Amon-Ra, J-Mo, Gibbs, and Montgomery, like those touchdown celebrations are one of them's always going to go hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Honestly,
Monty's
like I
not the
saw,
best, but he'll get in the mix. I feel like more if someone else's scores.
when I saw when Amon-Ra fell down, I was like, what the hell? And then I'm like, okay, I was like, yeah,
You got by that?
I was like, this better be part of his celebration. That's what I thought.
He got
That's what went
by
through
it.
my.
Got.
Wow, this better be part of the celebration.
I didn't even think he was injured. I'm like, yeah, it's just you knew it. I knew it right away. Didn't even have
If you say mustard really slow, it sounds like gullible.
No, that's not what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I'm just saying I knew. But anyways,
I know we'll probably get into it on Friday's episode, but we have Baltimore next. Is that Monday?
Yeah,
we play
Monday night.
And that's going to be an interesting game, to say the least.
Yeah, we might try to go live or something for it. We'll see.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Any final Lions thoughts?
None for me.
1-1.
Yep.
Same record we had last year at this point. So
it was
16-1 is still an option.
I
classified it as a must-win game, and they went out there and won, which is
the
good.
team played focused. They played football, physical football. And
yep.
That's what I expected. I expected a kneecap bitten.
And
what we got.
We'll see. We're real. Now that the coordinators kind of have 2 games under their belt, we'll really get a chance to see what they got next week. As long as obviously I want to win. I'd much rather look bad and win. But if we are going to lose, I just hope we look competent and, our holes aren't glaring and we just, play a good game or whatever. So I'm riding high after this one. I think this is a playoff team. So just got to keep going. But
yeah.
all right, we'll move on to some college football. We'll start with the Michigan Wolverines beating Central Michigan 63-3.
Another B2A.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to spend too much time on either of these games, but Kyle, what are your thoughts?
We got more downfield throwing, a little bit more Bryce Underwood running. This was like a glorified scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, they had 390 yards rushing.
Like 390, 380 yards rushing. Bryce threw for like over 200.
235.
235. I think he ran for like 119 or 118 or something like that too.
14.
But I'm glad I saw what I saw.
Yeah.
It's good to see them be able to do that because who knows? It could have easily been a 34-14 game and struggles all around, but they moved the ball with ease. The offense was, to me, like even like me watching it, I was like, oh wow, wasn't expecting that type of play call.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'd think they'd be running it, but they had a really good balance, really good mix, and unpredictability, I would say. And I think that helped a lot.
Yeah.
You think that's because like Biff Poggi was on the sideline, or do you think that has nothing to do with it?
No.
Okay.
I've
seen people.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I saw the same thing,
Like,
Ben.
I also know like maybe they game planned a little bit different. Like, I did see that Biff Poggi did say like last week with Oklahoma being like an air raid offense, he wanted to try and take the air out of the ball and like be a little bit more run heavy. That was their game plan.
But what
going in. The Central Michigan, they're a little bit better in the run defense than they are pass defense, and they opened up with like 5 or 6 passes on the opening drive and scored. So like, I don't know if it was just like that's their weakness. We're gonna attack it with what we got. Is that what the optics are going to be, or was it really like, fuck it, let's just throw the fucking ball,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of open that up and it looked like a more modern offense with the same like physicality that they can bring in the run game.
My only question about the Oklahoma thing that you brought up is that if they're trying to run the ball, why didn't they didn't really run Bryce
Yeah.
but they decided to this game, which some people online just thought was, I guess, a little bit odd. But at the same time, it also could be
just
like,
saying, hey, you see this look, just run it.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just like, hey, why not? Let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's try it this week.
Yep.
Like, let's see what we got and see like how they react, like the defensive cord, like the defense reacts to it. And now it's also on tape, and now you got to defend against it if you're Nebraska.
Yep. Yeah, big game with Nebraska coming up. But yeah, I mean, they look great. Obviously, we'll see what they're made of next week.
Defense was physical.
They win, they put themselves back in that playoff conversation. If they lose, you could be looking at like an 8-win season. But
to be honest with you,
the way I don't know. I mean, New Mexico also looks a little better too, but still hard for me to get like a super good feeling on them about how good they are. But
who, Michigan or Nebraska?
Yeah, no, Michigan.
Oh.
I mean, like their ceiling. Like I'm trying to figure out their ceiling. I can't really tell because New Mexico kind of played them tighter than I thought they would. So obviously, they lost to Oklahoma. I didn't get to watch it, so like I don't really know much. But
they didn't look.
Then they looked amazing. This is what I thought they would have done to. Maybe not. I mean, 60 points is a lot. Yeah, maybe not, but I mean, yeah. This is their biggest win in a long time.
Their ceiling is going to be as high as Bryce's decision making is going to be. Like, will he have those freshmen? Let's just chuck it, mindset. in terms of like maybe not like just being in the game and in the moment and making the right decision in the game. Like Aiden Childs, I think has grown a lot with that decision making, like whether to force it down the field, hit the check down, or take off with your legs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if he's like makes the wrong decision on one of those, and mainly the one being, let me, throw it down the field or something, or try and fit it into a tight window when it's not the right time to try and do that, then you throw a timely pick. I think that'll happen.
I I don't think
But
that's true about them going as. I mean, the one game they lost, he didn't have a turnover.
yeah, but now that they got their, and now that I feel
I'm
like they
just
have more
saying.
of a
I
little bit
think
more of an identity and stuff now.
I
I
don't know.
think that our offense now, game plan and stuff, is a lot more open than what it was against Oklahoma.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, it's one game. It was against Central. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But
Yeah, we'll see
Bad
against
game.
Nebraska.
yep. Speaking of Michigan or Aiden Childs, Michigan State won 41-24. Um, both Bryce Underwood and Childs threw their first interception of the season. I didn't see Underwood, but Childs kind of got hosed on his a little bit.
Yeah.
But
No, Bryce's was a freshman.
freshman throw,
Try and throw it deep.
yeah.
Try and like rolling out to the right and try and throw it deep in double coverage, and it was underthrown, so it got picked.
But yeah, I mean, Childs 22 of 29, 270, one touchdown. They had 4 rushing touchdowns from 4 different people. No one scored more than one touchdown. But overall, I mean, Ben, you were at the game, so maybe you didn't see as much as I saw. But some people were a little worried about how they looked. But like Youngstown State, first of all, we were only a 23-point favorite. We ended up winning by only 17, but they did score late off of, I forget how they got the ball. Was that the interception?
Interception.
I don't know. Something happened. Anyways, we had the game in hand. At that point, if you're up, because we were up 17, and they scored to make it 10, then we scored again to make it 17. But like late fourth, like it's people take too much stock into like those late, like we were up 17 late into the fourth quarter. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, their offense did kind of not push us around, but they played well. But I figured they would. They had a quarterback that ran a lot. We held him to 17 yards. He came into the game averaging 200. They did have about 4 yards a carry, but one of them was 66 yards long. You take that out, they had 25 carries for 31 yards. That's pretty damn good. Pass defense wasn't great, but I think it was like a hey, let's make them beat us with the pass, and
Yeah.
they did a little
Load the
bit. But
box.
yeah, and the one, and then people are complaining about how our line didn't get there. It's like, yeah, but they weren't giving them all day to throw. Like their passes, it didn't seem, at least. I mean, I'd have to go back and really watch, but it didn't seem like they were like, there was a lot of quick passes, kind of similar to Boston College, where it was they hike.
And you also have to keep contained.
Yeah,
Like you
exactly.
this is a guy you
That
can't let out
yeah,
of the pocket because he'll get you for 15, 20-yard gain.
yep, exactly. It's the same thing with Boston College ended up losing to Stanford, and people are freaking out. Maybe they're not as good, but it's like different game plans work better or worse for different teams. For the same game plan that the Packers use against the Lions, it's not going to work against the Bills. Like it's just so, and then
Teams have different strengths.
yes, and some teams have different strengths and have different strategies on how to attack things. Sometimes it's just how it goes. For example, Michigan and Ohio State last year, everything pointed to Ohio State being the better team, but their scheme did absolutely nothing against Michigan's scheme on that weekend. They were the better team, that day, but overall, almost everybody's picking Ohio State as a better team throughout the whole year. It's just like sometimes you have teams' numbers, just things like that. But their offensive line play, we didn't run the ball as well as I would have wished. We have the numbers back it up, but there's a lot of times we get no yard gains, and against an FCS team, you can't really be having that. And that was my one kind of like disappointment. But I don't know. I also know our expectations going into the year. I still think, next week against USC is going to tell a lot of whether we can get 7 or 8 wins, or if this is going to be a, hopefully get 6 wins team. So we'll see. But I don't know. What are your thoughts, Ben?
I mean, yeah, pretty much all the same. Um, how I didn't really see it from the game, but how did Nikai Martinez look?
I
Do
don't know.
you don't know? Okay. Because it was his first game back.
I don't really watch.
People.
I don't really watch the game trying to figure out how someone's doing. You know what I mean? Like I get your like.
Yeah.
Some people do that. Some people like. I mean, there is times like if I know someone, I'll lock in kind of and just
Right.
watch them for a couple plays, or like even the Lions. Like I'll just watch Hutch and be like, "Come on, dominate," or something for like a
Right.
series or whatever. But especially the back, safeties and DBs are kind of hard because you don't really. Sometimes
They're
you don't
not
really
as
see them
screen.
like all
And
the
they
time.
rotate a lot.
Yeah, but so I didn't really see him. I mean, he was in on some plays. I'm glad they played him to get him his feet wet. That's about it. But
Yep. So going back to rushing, Mekhi Frazier went 12 carries for 22 yards, averaging 1.8 a carry with a long of 5. Um, he ended up getting hurt during the game. I saw him walking on the sideline with a walking boot. I think Jonathan Smith came out and said that he won't be missing like a lot of time. Now I don't know if a lot of time means he'll be back next week, or if that means give him a couple weeks he'll be back.
yeah, I mean, they
But
have
we
a
also
pretty deep
had,
running back room that are all about the same.
I agree, but Brandon Tullis in the pass game is not very, like, he's not a good pass blocker. He is one of the reasons. Well, I guess maybe he just had an off rep, but he's the reason that the Aiden Childs ball got tipped and got
Okay.
intercepted.
Yeah,
He blew a block. But yeah, I mean, with Brandon Tullis in there and Tau Tolliver, I mean, they're okay. I mean, I just like the way that Mekhi Frazier has been running, but we also had an O lineman that got hurt. I don't remember his name, but he was number 70. I don't know if that was. I think he might be out for a little bit longer. But other than that, I mean, that was one of your keys was stay healthy especially against an FCS team, and did an okay job at that. But it would have been a lot better coming out with no injuries.
yeah, obviously, but yeah. I mean, it's part of the game. I mean, it happens. Michigan State a lot, but nothing you can do about it. So move on, move forward.
Yep.
Anything else to recap the two teams? No? All right. Well, then we'll hop to our last segment for the Detroit Tigers. A little closing notes from the last game against the Yankees. We should have known that they weren't going to win because President Trump said that every time he goes to a Yankee game, they always win. Who
I
knows
wish I
if
would've
that's
known.
a true statement or not, or
Yeah.
true fact, I should say.
Yeah.
But that is what he told the team in the locker in the Yankees before the game. So should have known we were never going to win that game. But then we played the Marlins.
He went on a little, yeah.
Yeah, not great. We had Derek Skubal start. We're thinking, hell yeah, we got Skubal. Let's go. Got to
back
get a
on track.
win. And then first 2 innings, he gives up 3 runs. And you're like, what the hell? Settles down in the third. And then in the fourth, comes out with like an oblique injury. And I don't think either of you were watching it, but I was watching it and I was like, it doesn't look to be serious. I mean, like an oblique injury, I mean, hell, you never know. Think could be out for a while. But I wasn't too concerned, like straight out of the gate. It did come out that he's supposed to make the next start. So thank God, because if he was out,
Yeah, everything came back negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they just didn't look good. I mean, he ended up giving up 4 earned because he ended up getting another one in the fourth when he came out. But Montero and then Paddock came in and gave up 3 more. Just an off day for the boys. Not great. What are you gonna do? You want to get those scuba wins, but what are you gonna? Like I keep saying, what are you gonna do? But then Saturday, you hope they get back on track. Right out the gate, down 2-0 after 2. Parker Meadows, or I think was it Meadows? No, it was what the hell's his name? Carpenter, Kerry Carpenter tied it up. Then we take the lead in the 5th. You're like, okay, just smooth sailing. And then of course we give up a home run in the 6th. Get the extras. I think Glaber was up first, gets the guy to 3rd, and Kerry Carpenter comes out. And I swear, this might be the worst pitch ball. You think Javi has bad swings? This thing was at least a foot above the strike zone. A fastball a foot above the strike zone. He swung for strike 3. And I knew once it got to 2 strikes, there was no way he was putting the ball in play. And that's all you need there. Luckily, they bunted. We didn't score the top of the 10th. They bunted. We caught it and threw it to second for a double play. And we're like, okay, maybe we got a chance. Then we scored one in the 11th. Then they hit a home run in the bottom 11 to win the game. And just a little unlucky, just not coming up way with the clutch hits for a game that we kind of would have really liked to win. And then Sunday, finally get that win. We finally got the win. Scored 2 runs in the second off of errors. I think we had a walk, then an error, and then another error, and that's how we scored. And then 1 hit, and then a hit. And so we had 2 runs, 1 hit. That was all we needed. Montero pitched well. The new guy we got, Uquiddy, I don't even know how to say his name. He did well. Canley came in, got the hold. Vest came in, got the save. So bats weren't as good as the Yankees series, but just gotta find the groove. I don't know if you guys have any
we got
thoughts
them
about
back.
anything. God
No.
damn it!
I avoided the sweep. Can't get swept in these, especially this late in the season, in my opinion. And big series are coming up here against Cleveland. So
Yep.
Huge.
with them coming in within 7 games or whatever they're at now.
I think it's 6.5.
Still, did they win today?
Yeah, I mean they play on the White Sox.
Okay.
I think they're pretty.
Nice
They're on
weekend.
they're on a tear. I mean we really gotta do something. Yeah, we're only 6.5 up. I mean our magic number is still 7. But
Yeah, but we can put some things.
I know
to
every
rest
game we
next
win.
3
That's
games. So
if we win 2 of these games, that's 4 games right there. You just have to win 3 or them lose 3 the rest of the season.
yeah,
I mean I'm still feeling good. Our playoff expectancy was above 99.9%, but now it's at 99.6. So getting a little.
Oh, man. Panic button's coming closer by 0.3%.
We are 4 games up on the.
0.03.
Oh wait, shoot! The Mariners have overtaken the Astros. They might not have played today. Although
the
they're on
Mariners
right
are
now.
hot.
They're on right now. We're only gonna
Mariners, the Rangers, they're all hot right now.
Yeah, the Mariners have. We're only gonna be 3 games up on them for the 2 seed. So we really got to pull this together a little bit.
I may or may not have a future on the Mariners to win the World Series and reach the ALCS and win the
Okay.
AL West. But
Oh.
I just because it was after the trade, Eugenio Suarez trade. I was like, oh, this team's gonna be stacked. But I sure hope I'm wrong. That
I mean,
at least World Series if the
well, yeah.
Tigers have the opportunity.
We got Mize, Flaherty, Scooble going against Cleveland. They start Tuesday. They don't play Monday. Their first game's Tuesday. So I mean, those are our power boys. So hopefully we can. And then Mize, no wait, no.
Gotta get 2 out of 3.
And then Scooble will get them again when we come back. So
Let's get the first one.
yep.
If he stays healthy.
True. I'm just saying. So get
Unbelievable.
a little bit.
The Flaherty game is on FS1, just so you know.
Yep. But yeah,
I'm gonna go. Tickets are low as $9.
Fucking Kelsey
That'd be
bobbled
cool.
the ball at the goal line and got picked off.
Of course.
I don't know.
And returned to like the 40-yard or the Chiefs 40-yard line. Wild. Big turn of events.
Well, anything else about the Tigers?
Parker's looked pretty good.
Yeah, he has.
It's coming back here in September.
Yep.
Got to keep it rolling.
Hopefully
Got to
he
get a
keeps it
couple
up.
more people hot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You
I mean,
have people hot at the same time. You can't just say this person's hot and then that person cools down, then another person gets hot. Although I'd rather have that than nobody be hot.
a lot of L's in the last month, but we got to. Hopefully, we can turn it around right here and get the boys back on track. But yeah, you guys
I want 8 more wins rest
Yep.
of the year at least. We have 12 games left. If we go 8-4, I think we're fine. Sitting comfortably in the 2.
our magic number for that's 11 still.
All I can say is, yeah.
Oh.
Well, I was gonna say more stuff about Detroit. Why?
Well, yeah, we can talk about it's only been 50 minutes, so if you got anything to add about the Lions, you can. Well,
All this
anything.
talk about Ben Johnson being the heartbeat of Detroit's offense, and there's no way they can do it without Ben Johnson. Blah 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 blah. They had a better game in yards per play, I think it was, than Ben
Mhm.
Johnson ever did in 3 years today against him. So
Yeah, but Ben Johnson was also there. So maybe just his aura makes our offense do well.
Maybe he could be right.
I'm gonna file that into the stupid comments.
I mean, it could be true though.
We don't know.
Jared Goff has not won a game with the Lions in general that Sean McVay or Ben Johnson were in the stadium for.
Ooh.
Well, that was the stat. He had never won without Sean McVay or Ben Johnson
Yeah,
as
I think that's what
I
coordinators,
know.
but now he was in there. So, yeah,
It did feel
mean-
really good to see them just move the ball up and down the field
Mhm.
and kick the shit out of
practically
them
do whatever
because
you want.
I was a little like cautious coming into this game because I'm like, I don't know, get with the team. Like, I know what they're capable of, but they did not put it together against the Packers, and like it could happen again.
Yep.
But
No, I agree.
it didn't. And then, like, after closing out the first half the way they did, and then only allowing 7 points the rest of the game in the second half was
Yep.
good
100%.
to see.
I've got a Tigers thing.
Kool-Aid's poured again.
How about them Clemson Tigers? They're not good.
Nope, they're
And
not
I
good.
feel a little embarrassed saying that they're going to win the ACC and make the playoff and all
A
that.
lot of people thought that.
I know, but
Yeah.
still.
I mean, when it coming into the season, they're the only team
On
that's ever
paper.
really done well in the ACC in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wasn't saying that they were good, but or at least last week, I just thought maybe that they maybe they weren't as bad as everybody thought. But then I kind of forgot about Haynes King at Georgia Tech,
Yeah.
and then I stuck with my pick, and I was like, whatever.
I can't
Then
remember. Did I pick Georgia
Tennessee.
Tech to make the playoff?
Tennessee also shit the bed. Tennessee Volunteers.
Yes.
Yeah, missing the college kickers, man.
Well, there's a
Just
false
There's a
start
few
right
games.
before it. Shouldn't have
Oh,
false
was there?
started. Yep.
Yep.
Then he made like almost the. I think it was a little short. I think it might have been the same distance if there wasn't a false start. In overtime, and then
In overtime, yeah.
yeah. But I bet
That
on.
Notre Dame game was entertaining too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
College holders, man.
Yeah.
They. Was it?
Was that I thought it was a bad snap, not a bad.
Oh, it was a perfect snap.
Oh, it was a perfect snap.
Yep, perfect
Wow.
snap. Trying to think. Did they get hosed on a? Well, they got hosed on the last play or the scoring touch. They had
Apparently there was
two
a holding
linemen.
or whatever.
Two linemen got tackled,
Tackled them.
but as
Yeah.
they were like behind them, like they were behind the offensive line. They like tackled them. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I thought there might have been a questionable like hold or something in the end zone or something, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean those are the three premier games at each time slot, and they all delivered, man. They all
Yep.
went down to the wire. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and then NFL, we had the Jags choking it away against the Joe Burrow-less Bengals.
Hey, bad teams, games with bad teams turn into entertaining games.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
look at
this
the
one
Saints,
was
too.
over, and then they called a questionable PI on Travis Hunter on fourth
Yeah,
down,
that's true too.
which I don't
Oh,
think
really?
was. Yeah, it would have been a game
Yeah, I
over.
saw the video. I didn't think it was.
But yeah, so Bengals are 2-0. Don't look great. They didn't look great in either
With
win.
no Joe Burrow though.
Yeah,
Maybe.
apparently,
Joe
apparently
Burrow
he was on
couldn't
a
put weight on
walking
his
or not a
foot.
yeah. He
No,
was in the
knee cart.
the knee cart. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But the Lions do play them in a couple weeks, so
Yeah, in Cincy.
Still, that receiving core is bad. Like, in a good way.
Jamar. Oh. Huh?
Yeah, no, they're bad. Like in a good way.
They
Like,
got some bad dudes.
there's some dudes.
oh my god,
T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, doesn't matter.
the
Yep.
Bengals might be a must-win.
By that time, depends
He
on
just
next
suplexed them.
week.
Do we got Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Chiefs, Bucks? Dude, this schedule is so hard.
It's a
I
gauntlet.
don't know.
Then we have a bye week. Then we go
That's what I'm saying,
Vikings,
if we can get-
Commanders, Eagles. Then we get a break with
If
the
we-
Giants. Then we go Packers. Then we get a little break with the Cowboys, Rams, Steelers, Vikings. Then that's
It's a
dude. They
gauntlet.
got
But if
nut
we can
up,
get
man.
through it, like, if we can get through it, and make the playoffs, I think they'll be well battle tested. They'll play it against
100%.
almost every single
Yeah,
team already. That should be in the playoffs. So
I think whoever made the schedule wanted to take the Lions and miss the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, but
So they just
people
made it-
don't
no,
make it.
it's
It's
pre
a rotation.
pre-built.
It's
Yeah, it's already
pre-planned.
a rotated.
What's a
Yeah,
rotation?
You
I thought
play-
it was like a
on where you
you'll
finish
play
in the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play
And
every
you
first
play-
place team.
you
Like that's why we play the Bucks and the Rams.
Yep.
Then we play the whole
and the
entire.
Bills
A-
and the
in LA?
Ravens.
Is it
No,
in
the
LA
Ravens
or
is
it
because
at
we
home?
play the whole AFC
Well,
North. But yes, no, we don't play the Bills either this year.
I thought we did.
No. So we obviously have the Packers
sure?
Bears division, Ravens because NFC East, Browns NFC East, Bengals NFC East, Chiefs because
NFC
we're
AFC
both
North,
one.
you mean?
Bucks because we're the one seed, Vikings obviously, Commanders NFC East, Eagles NFC East, Giants NFC East, Packers, Cowboys NFC East, Rams because of the first seed, Steelers AFC North, then Vikings Bears. So yeah, just that's a gauntlet. I knew their schedule was tough, but that's tough. I mean, the Steelers didn't play good today at all. Browns
Well,
are
have some good
bad.
games, and that's exciting.
I know.
Like, we're not
You're
gonna
right.
be-
I mean, we'll be battled, like you said, we'll be battle tested. So hopefully we keep it going. But we're on the board. Finally got a victory Monday. Do a victories in for the boys. But yeah,
Love it.
I don't know. You
We're
guys got
back.
anything else before we get out of here?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Hold on one sec. Okay, just a bonus. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was gonna do a bonus pick 'em. You know what? Screw it. You'll know if we're right or wrong as you're listening to this. This doesn't count for anything. I'm just gonna ask you guys, who's gonna win? Vikings, Falcons.
Vikings.
In Minnesota,
It's in Minnesota.
Vikings.
I think the Vikings too.
Great.
Bucks,
I guess
Bucks, Texans. We did, and then we
we already
got
have.
Chargers, Raiders. You know, I think it's going to be the Falcons and Chargers.
Who plays tonight?
It's the Vikings, Falcons.
Oh, and then we got the
Then we got
Raiders.
Raiders, Chargers, and Bucks, Falcons
Oh, yeah,
as a
Bucks.
doubleheader Monday night. But who's going to win, Chargers or Raiders?
Chargers.
Chargers. I mean,
Yeah.
I like the Chargers.
I figured we're all going to pick Chargers, so I swapped mine to the Falcons. The Falcons also might be decent. The Colts are also either A, the Broncos just aren't as good as we all thought they would be, or B, the Colts are legitimately even if they don't end up winning this weekend, like they're for real. Like they're looking pretty good. So, and shout out Joe Bacci, starting linebacker. So, but yeah, that'll be it. Lions win. Michigan wins. Michigan State wins. Let's keep the W train rolling into next week. I mean, if we sweep the board next week, everybody better watch out for everybody. Because, I mean, we got Michigan
Actually, it's
State's
a
got
Tiger
USC.
sweep.
Yeah, Michigan State's got at USC at 11 p.m.
25th
Michigan's
ranked
got
USC.
Nebraska, I think, at 3:30.
Nebraska
And
on the
obviously,
road.
yeah, and then obviously,
Yep.
yeah, Michigan, and then the Lions are on the road in Baltimore. So 3 tough games. So we'll see. We'll see what goes on. But all right, any final words?
No,
Nope.
All right,
ready for it.
we'll see you down the line.
Peace.
Cue the victory music.